Hello everyone, I hope you're well. Currently at home on the family farm, but in this video we're going to be heading up to London. Something I don't often talk about is the government and their policies. Politics is something I stay out of. However, this time it's personal and it's affecting not just my farm, but family farms all over the nation. So let's hop straight in and see what we're going to be talking about. It has just gone past 3 AM and Ali and I are heading off now to catch the bus, ready to go to London. So it's now just gone past 4 AM. We've pulled over in a car park because we're waiting for somebody else to pick them up on the way to the bus. And the only people we've noticed that are awake are the dairy farmers and the milk tankers, so hats off to you guys. It's currently 5 AM and the coach has just arrived, so we're hopping on it now. I'm just sat up with Rob now and we have got Good Morning Britain with us.
Happy to sort of have a little bit in shot.
They are just going to be filming a few clips and seeing our opinion on the matter. We're just on the bus heading up now and just going around the bus to see how this is really going to affect everybody on here. I've got Brian Matthews, who's a mixed farmer, and Brian, the inheritance tax could mean that we're really risking the environment. How do you look after the environment on your farm?
Our job on our farm was stopping septic tank waste going to sea. We had planning permission from National Planning to stop septic tank going to sea, and the EA have stopped this by saying that septic tank waste is a solid and not a liquid.
So I've got Charlie here and he is a beef farmer. Charlie, you rent, don't you? So you've got a few, yeah. How do you think this is going to affect you?
I really feel it because the cost is going to be on our finances. We're going to have to tighten our drawstrings and just basically condense our whole unit.
I've got Dan here who has a haulier business, not necessarily part of farming, but he will be affected. Dan, how will you be affected?
With no farms, we haven't got the machines, the straw, the produce to carry around for them. With no farms, it's a lack of new stuff for us to move about. You haven't got the farms, you haven't got the machinery, you haven't got the straw, you haven't got the feed. You haven't got nothing to move to make the lorry worth having.
I've got Roger and Stephen here. They're mixed farmers, father and son. How are you guys going to feel affected by this?
The hardest part for us is we worked all our life so far to build the business up, to pass it on to our son, and it's going to be very difficult to do that.
And how are you feeling about this whole situation?
Really upset. It's going to affect us big style. We worked hard to gain our business and to keep our land, and in a minute we're going to sell it, and my children are going to get to suffer in the long term.
I've got James here who is a beef and cereal farmer. Now James, the inheritance tax could mean that we're missing out on family farms, and coincidentally this could have effects on our environment. How does your family farm help the environment?
Well, currently at home we're reinstating hedgerows and planting trees. Tomorrow we're actually going to collect another 200 trees to plant around the farm to, like I said, just kind of reinstate a lot of natural habitat in hedgerows and around the fields, really.
We've just got off the coach and we are heading to the march now. We are a little bit late in typical Cornish fashion. We'll do it directly. Some of the people on our bus, they farm vegetables. They've all bought boxes upon boxes of donations to come with us. This is just our bus. I think it's going to be really overwhelming to see how many people are actually going to be there today. We've got some fast tracks and classes down there all lined up, and we've seen lots more on the way up as well. I think they're going to be quite surprised at how many agricultural vehicles will be up here as well. We've arrived in London and their farmers are here in the absolute sheer masses. Yes! So I'm joined here by Dean, who is just a member of the public. Dean, how do you feel this is going to affect you?
Immensely, not just me personally, but our English culture and our heritage. I'm here today to support the farmers who have been robbed and betrayed of generations of work. We was just talking, Maria, about the effects of importing, you know, and explain about that just quickly.
So this could mean when family farms go, we're going to have to import thousands of food. And that's going to mean that all that work we have done to try and get our environment back to the best it can be is completely gone with the emissions used to get the food over to us. Not just that, but it's going to be seeing lower welfare standards of the food we are consuming. So it's only 1 o'clock and there are that many people here, they've had to tell us that we cannot march because it simply won't be safe. Again, mass numbers, and I'm going to say it once more, if that doesn't show how much trouble this is causing, I don't know what will. Just grabbing something to eat now. I've just ended up on the end of a megaphone. My throat is really sore. I'll insert the clip now for the video so you can see it.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
My name is mariawarne1124. I'm a 22-year-old beef, sheep and arable farmer from Cornwall. Whether you're a vegan, vegetarian or meat eater, it's important you know you need a farmer 3 times a day, 365 times a year. There's a few things I want to say that I feel haven't been highlighted enough. Our government is saying only 500 farms will be affected by this tax. What they forget to mention is it's 500 a year. And in the long term, that will come up to 70,000. My farm alone supplies 140,000 portions of food. That's only 4 farmers on only 320 acres of land. Now we earn on our farm around £130,000 a year. It sounds a lot, doesn't it? However, we only get 11% of that in profit. Do the maths very quickly and realise that's got to be split between everyone that works on the farm, and we've got to keep that in the savings for future years. Take this year for example, we had low yields and had to buy in more crops to feed our animals that feed you. Imports are going to be something we're going to see more of if this gets passed. Now what do imports mean? It means we're going to have lower animal welfare coming in to our food that we consume with no traceability. It's going to mean that our environment is at risk. Now we as farmers are trying our very hardest to become net zero with our carbon and everything else we can to protect our environment. And if you look back on the figures from 10 years ago, you can truly see how much we are really doing. However, getting rid of family farms will mean our land gets taken up for investment in property and buildings. And that's going to mean we have less green spaces to walk and enjoy on our public footpaths. That we really are risking our natural environment through the emissions that we use to import these foods. They're saying 7 years is enough to do a gifting. Take my family farm for example. In 2008 we almost lost it all when my great-gran passed away, only 2 weeks off that 7 years. It's not viable and it's not fair. We're in a government, not just this one, but every government I have seen in my time of being on the family farm. None of them understand agriculture. None of them understand where the very food on their plate comes.
We've just gone into this shop to get some food, but we're leaving again because nothing on the shelf is British, which is really sad to see. We're just trying to find the coat, so the coach, so we're just using what 3 words now. How's finding the coach going, Ali? Not well. It's cold. Still got our signs in pursuit. We're still trying to find the bus behind me. I've spoken to a few police officers and all of them have said that the farmer's been really respectful today. Unfortunately, they can't make comment on camera, but I have been told that if I get hold of their office, an official statement will be made of how everyone behaved today. We saw police going past with sirens on, but they were all going the opposite direction to where we were, and no trouble has been heard along the grapevine. So it just shows what a respectful industry we truly are in. I mean, we're interacting with the general public and police in a mannerly way, so thank you as Yeah, there you go, you heard that lady then telling them to have a good day, and that's the general gesture of what we're all like. We're just heading back onto the coach now, a bit earlier than what we planned, but we have spoke to so many people today and hopefully got the message out that little bit further. We're on the bus now and we're going to be heading home. I just wanted to say thank you all for listening. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you want to find out more about what's happened today, follow along over on my Instagram, where I'm going to do a write-up of everything I can think of, and there's so much information out there. Do some research and see which side of the fence you sit.